Maddux' team hasn't lost 3 in a row since the first 3 games of the year. Greg Maddux looking to win his 6th straight decision on the hill against the Padres, but San Diego got to him early, she said. First pitch to Ramon Vasquez, opposite way single. It's like they read his mind because Mark Kotsay in the first pitch gets a double off of Mad Dog. And then Mark Loretta does that with the first pitch, an RBI ground out. Third pitch, though, to Phil Nevin. He turns that into an RBI single. Max gave up 13 hits, third time that's happened. Ryan Klesko with a single, a long one. Third pitch to Rondell White, RBI single. First pitch to Sean Burrows. That's a single. You can do so many things playing little ball. Maddux allowed 6 hits, 3 runs in the first. Second in the majors with 32 runs allowed in the first inning this year. Yeah, it's true. Nevin, that's going to center. I knew you doubted me. Ramon Vasquez would score. Maddux 5 innings, those 13 hits, 5 earned runs. One shy of his career high, those 13 hits allowed. Gary Matthews. There's no issue there. And guess what? Matthews' uncle, Henry, Gary Sr.'s brother, cameraman at the game, loves it. Matthews third. Got a good seat. 2 batters later, Mark Loretta, as the onslaught continues. RBI single. Next batter, Dave Hansen, the RBI single. Said Bobby Cox, it was one of those nights. Rondell White, 4 hits, 3 RBIs. Lou Merlone also contributed to the onslaught. RBI double.
Get somebody out.
Really. Padres, by the way, tied a franchise record with 24 hits in the game. Gary Bennett with a 2 RBI single. Braves lose 3 straight. 14-4 the final.
Brandon Duckworth of the Phillies making his first ever start against the Beer Makers. Top first, bases loaded, 2 out. Keith Osick, oh my God, nearly tried to decapitate the poor fella.
Oh, please.
But Osick gets another shot at it, and well, that's going to score 3 Brewers down the line. Everybody come home, 4-0. Osick ups that RBI total on the season to 17. Top 5 now 4-2. Keith Ginter pops it up, and it's just enough and not too much. Over Jimmy Rollins in front of Pat Bro. It's the hardest pass in college football. 2 runs will score. Richie Sexton beats the throw home, and the Brewers win at 6-3. A costly loss for the Phils.
Exciting game between the Dodgers and Marlins. Top 5 tie game. Sean Green facing Josh Beckett with a man on first. Green, always a dangerous bat, opposite way. That's going off the wall. Paul LaDuca will try to score, but wait a minute. Alex Gonzalez has got a gun, and his throw is right there. LaDuca is called safe by first base on Hunter Wendelstedt, and Pudge Rodriguez is ejected. Take another look. Pudge has the ball, tags LaDuca not once but twice, but the call is that LaDuca is safe.
Couldn't be out anymore.
Oh, man. Pudge is ejected for the 3rd time in the last 2 weeks. What has he got to do? Let's flash back. July 29th against the D-backs. It's all about Rodriguez because Pudge back then was thrown out for arguing balls and strikes. No-brainer. Wait, it continues. August 3rd against the Astros. Pudge thrown out again. For what? Arguing balls and strikes again. Back to Tuesday. Let's see how long it took for Wendelstedt to toss Pudge. 2.9 seconds is all it took. 1 profanity, and that's it. You're out. Still 4-3 Dodgers. Bottom 5. Juan Encarnacion facing Hideo Nomo. Encarnacion with a double. Luis Castillo would score on that. Looking for more were the Marlins. Mike Redmond. There's a play at the plate. Redmond is called out at the plate. Tie game. Bottom 13, still tied. Ramon Castro, your 3rd-string catcher, facing Paul Shuey. Len Casper with a call.
Ramon Castro, deep left, ball game over. He did it. A walk-off homer.
Said Shuey, I hung it, he hit it.
Barry Bonds trying to prove his stats at Shea Stadium Tuesday night. His highest career at-bats per homer by ballpark, Shea. By far, just 11 career home runs. He's just not a Big Apple guy, apparently. Well, we shall see if that'll change on Tuesday. And in the top of the 3rd, off Aaron Heilman, well, he hit the old apple just fine there. Oh, that's plenty far. His 36th homer of the season, 649 of his career, 3-1. Mets still in the lead. Next at bat, he was down 0-2 in this at bat, but just fights and fights, and then a vicious rope. That's just a single out of that. JT Snow will score. So Bonds keeping his team, getting them closer. It's 4-2 Mets. Now in the 7-4-3 game, Bonds, oh yeah, one swing from tying it and one swing from going back to the bench. Got him there. Top 9, Mets had insurance run. It's 5-3. Dave Weathers on a 2-2. Thought he had him, but instead of strike 3, it's ball 3 and another chance for Barry.
The pitch. Bonds strikes one. Deep to right. That ball is gone. Goodbye, Barry Bonds with number 650.
Shea's not so bad after all. 5-4 Mets, 37th of the season, 650 of his career. Edgardo Alfonso, though, next batter. At first appearance of Shea as a Giant did not go well. Weathers gets him there. 5-4. Only took Bonds 145 games now, 437 at-bats to get from home run number 600 to 650. That's quicker than Babe Ruth did it, quicker than Aaron, twice as fast as his godfather, Willie Mays. At his current pace, Bonds projected to hit number 660 and tie his godfather on September 16th. Oh, yeah, he'll be playing his favorite team that night. That's the Padres. Going up against the Red Sox. Now, they're all square at 68 and 50 in the wild card standings, but the Red Sox have done it with offense, lead the AL in batting average, runs scored, while the A's leading batting average against an ERA. So now we will see if indeed good pitching stops good hitting. Here, well, John Burkett, not such good pitching. Eric Chavez takes him deep to right. Gone is 23rd, 2-0 A's. 4 batters later, 3-0 Terrence Long. Crushing it right center. That's also 1 point. 5-0 A's. Long's 13th round trip of the season. Top 5, those same score. The bases are Chuck Zito against Jason Varitek. Hits it deep to left, and it stays in the park, but it'll start the merry-go-round. 3 runs will score, and the Sox will pull within 2 at 5-3. Zito, 5 1/3, 3 earned, 101 pitches, 61 for strikes, but there is a ball game going on in Oakland. Chad Bradford facing Trot Nixon in the 7th, gets him looking. Nixon didn't like it. He was ejected by Dan Iasonia. Go away and get a shower. Oh, you can keep arguing. Grady Little's going to come out. He's going to argue as well. That wasn't nice to do to my boy, and they threw him out. Tempers flaring in the 7th. Top 8, Keith Fulk comes on. Runners 2nd and 3rd. The Cheese binding against Bill Miller. Miller, good hitter, not getting one there. 1 away. Next up, Nomar. Lines out, but there at the hot corner is Chavez. 2 away, and then the man ram. And Ramirez grounds back to the pitcher. Little 1-3's out of the jam. Perfect 9th. And the A's win it 5-3. So the wild card race, right now it's just these 2. And right now the A's are up a game thanks to wins in the first 2 games of this series. Wednesday, it's Mark Mulder, Derek Lowe. Could be interesting. Mulder 3-1 in his career against Boston, while Lowe 7-2 lifetime against the Athletics.
Yankees in danger of losing 4 straight for the first time since May. Royals trying to make it happen. Darryl May against Jorge Posada. Posada, 4 for 5 night. May went 7 1/3. He gave up 5 runs and 12 hits. That one goes off the wall. Jason Giambi scores to make it 1-0 Yanks. Now, what about Mike Messina? Came in with a 6-1 career record at Kauffman Stadium. He's 12-6 overall against the Royals, and he gets Desi Relaford. Bottom 2nd, Messina against Julio's Matos. Messina allowed just 4 hits through 8 innings of work. Top of the 3rd, May facing Bernie Williams. The fly ball, and Relaford will get under it and sparkle. That's a SportsCenter Top 10 nominee. And then Relaford throwing to first to double off Derek Jeter, who was getting a little greedy. Bottom 5, Messina facing Raul Ibanez with 2 on. Messina on his way to winning his 13th. Just 4 hits allowed. Top of the 6, May facing Posada. No doubt, number 20. For Jorge Posada, his 9th career 4-hit game. 20th home run of the year. Yanks wins.
Roy Halladay going for win number 17, but in the top of the 1st is opposite number. M starter Freddie Garcia on the hill. Frank Catalanato unloads. It's deep. Ichiro going to chase it, and no, he doesn't have it. 1-0 Jays. 9th for Catalanato. Look at him again on his horse, and then Mama didn't make him quite tall enough, but he would make up for that a little later in the ballgame. Top 3rd base is Chuck Bobby Kilty. Can of corn. That'll strand 3. Freddie goes 6 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. Strong outing there. Bottom 4, we're tied at 1. Edgar Martinez, professional baseball hitter. Doubles down the left field line. Brett Boone going to hustle home all the way from first. 2-1 Mariners. Jump to the top 7th. Runners on first. Eric Hinsky facing Arthur Rhodes. And this time, Ichiro with a top 10 nominee. Little single will pick it up. Reed Johnson nailed it third by a lot. Take another look. Ichiro, a fine throw. Johnson's done. Halliday won't win his 17th. Jays are going to lose at 3-1. The good news is, though, Linda got a tremendous rate on her car insurance.
White Sox, Angels, you're so clever. Neil Kotz, 23-year-old lefty, making his Major League debut Tuesday. Well, back on Monday, Sox manager Jerry Manuel said this about Kotz in the minors. I don't remember anything about him. That's sad, isn't it? He's throwing for me tomorrow, and I have no idea. All right, let us refresh your memory. Kotz having some control issues. Yeah, he walked Adam Kennedy, lead off the inning, and then Garrett Anderson takes a walk, and then Kotz walks Tim Salmon to force in a run. Angels within a run, 3-2. Jerry Manuel has seen enough, removes Kotz after 2 1/3, 2 hits, 6 walks, 2 earned runs. Dan Wright, who was originally scheduled to start, relieves Kotz and gets Scott Spezio to pop to short. We have 2 out, but the bases are still loaded. Next batter, Benji Molina, gets under it, pops it up. Wright successful in getting out of the jam. The Sox up 1. Top of the 4th, 1-on-1 out for Carlos Lee. Against Ramon Ortiz, Lee drives one. That's going in the gap. Roberto Alomar will score on that. Sox are up 4-2, and then later in the inning, the always lethal Maglia Ordonez. Ordonez looking to do something with something, and he does that. He really puts it on the ground and goes up the middle. That's a base hit. Carlos Lee would score. The Chicago White Sox continue to make things interesting in the Central. 10-4 victory. Cubs. Carlos Zambrano, often overlooked on a team with Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor. 4-0 in his last 4 starts coming in. Facing Jeff Blum, looking and got him with a fastball away. Zambrano gets Jeff Bagwell swinging. A slider away. Top of the 2nd now. There's a theme here, a pattern. Zambrano getting Jeff Kent swinging with a fastball away. He's a power pitcher with a lot of movement. Next batter, Zambrano has it going on. Ask Lance Berkman, swinging at a fastball that tails away and up. He allowed just 3 earned runs in 31 2/3 innings against Houston this year. Now he gets Hidalgo looking with a fastball away. 5 straight strikeouts, all outside pitches for Zambrano. Now facing Brad Osmond. Oh, boy. I mean, the man is 6'5". He can make plays like that. And you'll see it again later. 3-0 Cubs. 22-year-old Zambrano striking out. Berkman fastball up and away. His 10th K, tying a career high. Runners on first and third, 2 out. Bagwell on the ground at third. Aramis Ramirez to Ogie Ojeda for the 4th. Zambrano fired up after he gets out of that jam. 1-on-1 out in the 9th, facing Richard Hidalgo. It's a flare. Alex Gonzalez makes things happen with a double play. He also had a 2-run homer. Zambrano goes the distance. His first major league shutout.
Cardinals and Pirates. Josh Fogg starting on the mound for the Buccos. First batter, Fogg faced Bohart. That's 7:06. Starts the game. A little single up the middle for Hart. Leadoff man is aboard. Kerry Robinson. 7:06:30. Robinson. Base hit, 2 men on, and then it's 7:08:08, and there you go. Albert Pujols pitching that guy. It's like trying to nail Jello to a tree. It's tough.
Never tried it.
33rd homer. Cards up 3-0. Pujols 3 for 5, average now 370. 26-game hitting streak, tied for longest in the bigs with the former Bucco Kenny Lofton. Well, then at about 7:10:30, Jim Edmonds comes along. Little ground rule double just keeps things moving, though. Brings up Scott Rowland, 7:13:46. Ball 4, take your base, and then Tino Martinez at about quarter after comes on up, and well, he's just like Albert. That's another 3-run jack. His 11th homer of the year. So Fogg facing 6 batters in 8 minutes and 39 seconds, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, and 21 pitches. What we're saying is, hey, at least he stunk but worked fast. Cards win at 10-6. We now pitch to Dave Campbell on how to with their win. Wednesday afternoon, Astros-Cubs play the 3rd of a 4-game set. Jeremy Robertson takes the mound against Chicago's Sean Estes.
D-backs and Reds. Kurt Schilling looking to snap a 4-game winless streak. And you know what? He's in luck. Why? I'll tell you why. The D-backs have won 14 straight over the Reds, tied with the Yanks for the longest current string by any major league team against another. Bottom 1, no score. Schilling had it going on, looking for his first win since the 17th of July, striking out Adam Dunn. Next batter for Schill, getting Brandon Larson. 11 Ks for Schilling. He allowed 6 hits. He walked just 1 in 7 innings. Just ask Russell Branyan. And then, oh boy, more high heat. 4 straight Ks for Schilling. Top of the 5th, no score. Steve Finley, who came into this game hitting 196 in his last 15 games, with his 19th home run of the year off of Paul Wilson. 1-0 D-backs. But it gets interesting for Schilling in the 6th. Bottom 6, 1-0, 1 on, 1 out. Done. Sean Casey will move to 3rd on that. Dunn will end up at 2nd. So we got runners on 2nd and 3rd. Reds threatening. Brandon Larson gets caught just watching. 2 outs. Next batter, Branyan, the challenge for Schill. No challenge at all. High heat. Schilling evens his record at 6-6. His ERA is now down to 2.65. Hosting the Tribe. Twins have 2 on. Billy Traber pitching. 2-0. Doug Minkiewicz strikes out. Ball gets away from the catcher, Josh Bard. His throw to first. To complete the strikeout, Guzman coming home. Ben Broussard, his throw home is low. The ball will get away. Guzman is safe. Shannon Stewart scores as well to tie the game at 2. Wow, 2-run score and a strikeout. Twins down by 3, bottom 9. They try to rally. Danny Baez to A.J. Pierzynski with 2 on, 2 out. Fouls it off again. And now he's battling on his next pitch.
Deep to right field. Down the line.
Look at A.J.'s reaction to that. He thought he tied up the game right there, but the ball was just foul. So we got a 2-2 count now. Pierzynski fouls it off. Next pitch, 95-mile-per-hour heat, fouled off. Next pitch, 95-mile-per-hour heat, fouled off. Full count now. Another foul ball. Next pitch, Pierzynski fouls it off again. Next pitch, Baez hangs in there and gets the strikeout. 95-mile-per-hour heat. Baez threw 46 pitches in the 9th. Indians hang on a win. 2 home runs for Ludwig.
Tigers Rangers, 21-year-old Jose Dominguez making his major league debut. Oh, no, wait. It's 23-year-old Juan Dominguez. The Rangers unaware that the minor league phenom preferred to be called Juan, and then they forgot to tell Major League Baseball, oops, he's 2 years older. He was good through 4, but then Carlos Pena touched him for the home run, his 11th. Dominguez would leave in the 5th after giving up 4 runs, trailing 4-3. He was 10-0 in the minors this season at 3 different levels, but tough night in start for the big leagues. Then in the 6th, Brandon Inge, 5-game hitting streak now. He's bumped his average up from 150 to 177. A couple of runs will score. Tigers go up 7-3, and Jeremy Bonderman is now 6-15.
Rockies in Montreal, bottom 6. Taiwan's Chin Wei-so facing Vlad Guerrero with 1 on. Guerrero, his swing is like, whoa. A 2-run homer, his 15th of the year, 2nd in as many nights. 224 in his career, 1 shy of Andre Dawson's team record. Bottom 10, Brian Fuentes facing Orlando Cabrera. But Preston Wilson is there for the catch. Wilson, who leads the NL in RBIs with 113, makes the catch. On to the 11th, Greg Norton leads the major league pinch hitters with 15 hits, 9 RBI. Facing Rocky Biddle was Norton with 2 on in the 11th. Norton, 3-run homer. 3 homers for him. He now leads pinch hitters with 16 hits, 12 RBIs. Rockies double it up on Montreal, 6-3.